Yes, good afternoon once again, and welcome to the African Injection Show, coming to you from WFSK Radio here in the campus of Fisk University. And I'm your friend, Lamin, with another friend of yours, Sackey, here in the studio. Yeah, you're listening to some great music from around the continent of Africa, and like we told you at the beginning of the show that we're going to have a special guest here today who will be telling us a little bit more about herself and, of course, what she's been doing around here in the community in Nashville. So,
yes, like you said, I mean, radio must entertain, educate, and inform. So, I mean, we don't just bring the listeners the music, but it's about time we educate them on what is going on between the diaspora and also in Africa as a whole. So we have today's guest in the studio. She's a mother, a hard-working lady, and a publisher. Her name is Miss Nonye Ejiofor. Ms. Nonye, I'd like to welcome you to WFSK 88.1 FM. Nonye. Well, she's one of the ladies who is very strong in the Nashville area, I mean, promoting the continent of Africa and the whole world as a whole. So, I mean, we know that your time is very valuable, so thank you again for spending time with us a little bit over here so you can tell us what's going on. So, first of all, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
You already introduced me. My name is Nonye Ejiofor. I come from Nigeria. I've been in the United States for the past 18 years. And I came here for, to go to hospital here, go to fertility hospital all the way from Germany. But when I came to United States, as God will have it, before I could start treatment for the fertility problem, I became pregnant. And as a result of that, we made Nashville home. And we didn't have to go back to Germany or back to Nigeria because it was really difficult to get my son out of America because the Americans see the baby as their own. So that was how we settled here. And ever since, Nashville has been home to all of us.
Wow, that's one interesting story.
yeah, it is interesting. I guess, no one knows their destiny,
Yes.
Anywhere can become your home.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, the second question is, our leaders say to climb a mountain, you have to go around it before you can know how far you're going to get up to the mountain. So the second question is, could you please tell us a little bit about your formal education?
I went to school in Nigeria. I went to University of Nigeria in Soka, and I majored in counseling. I had a master's degree in counseling and had the opportunity in Nigeria to work in a high school as a school counselor. And before we left Nigeria, I was the college counselor at the University of Nigeria in Soka. So it was great, working with students leaving home for the first time and getting out there to test first time of independence from high school to the university. So that was my educational background. All my schooling was in Nigeria, and that's why I have an accent. I talk like you all.
This is quite interesting. I know one basic thing that we Africans value a lot is education. So in every situation, anything that you do, education is definitely the key to learning everything.
Yeah, and like he said when he was introducing you that you are the CEO of a newspaper, which is the New American Times newspaper. And of course, yesterday I was checking that newspaper online. I understand you do have an online version of the newspaper and also a print version of it. And I was online checking some information, getting ready for receiving you here today.
Yes.
And, it was said in the introduction that you have an ambition about helping Africans that comes here to America, because most of the time when we get here for the first time, it is really difficult for us. Sometimes we're living with friends and, we come with ambitions, but if you don't have any people to direct you or help you out, it is really not an easy thing. And being someone who is here for about 18 years and you've gone through something like that, you made it an ambition to help those people, the newcomers, into the community so that they can settle down and follow their dreams. Tell us a little bit more about that newspaper and what it's all about.
Yeah, like you said, when you come from Africa, especially if you have never left Africa, for the first time, when you come here, it's very difficult. But one thing that Africans are blessed with, we have in common is that we always have people where we are going. Even the refugees, that are brought into United States from Africa, they have some form of, friends or neighbors or people from their country, and we always pull together when we see our own. We come together and we help. That's why some people sometimes say we are 10 or 20 in one room. In Africa it's unity. Like, we say it takes a village to raise a child. And when it comes to that, we know how to take care of our own. And I'm very proud of that. But even at that, there's other things that you don't know how to get around, with. And that's why, some of us, when we came here, I had the opportunity to have lived in Germany, but still, I had a lot of problem. And I was so blessed that I'm kind of person that like to reach out. I knew that if I don't leave my community and reach out, because my community is already secured, and my community helped me a lot, and I'm forever grateful for that. But so they have limits. So what did I do? I reached out to the American community, and they helped me so much, identifying a lot of needs, and I'm able to ask questions, and people are ready to help me. But we have to open up first. If you don't say what you need, if you don't communicate with people, there's no way you can receive that help. That help is available, and I'm so glad the Americans have a large heart and they are willing to, help anywhere in the world. Then coming to the newspaper, the New American Times newspaper. The reason why I started a newspaper is not because I had a background. I did not have any background in the media. Like I said, I read counseling in the university, but I went into this venture because of the need. First of all, I was appointed by the mayor of Nashville, Bill Purcell, the former mayor, to serve as a commissioner with Metro Human Relations Commission. I served for 4 years, and then he renewed it with another 4 years, making it 8 years. And when our current mayor came in, Mayor Caldin, he also, gave me the opportunity to continue, in serving Metro government. So I served for 12 years and just finished sometime in April of this year. One thing stood out when I go to meetings, where we discuss issues, especially issues concerning African community. I come out of that meeting with, how am I going to disseminate this information? I know there's a need that people I represent will need to know what's going on. And I can only reach, a handful of people. And it was in my mind, it was very troublesome because I don't know how I can represent a group of people, yet I'm not able to communicate with the people. And then the mayor, Mayor Caldin, also appointed me as one of his advisors of the New American Times. Of the New Americans. And that's another opportunity where we have meetings. We advise the mayor on issues concerning immigrants from all over the world. And then there's another opportunity to communicate with the people. At the end of the day, I said, no. I'm not going to continue with this. I don't feel good about that. And as a result, I came up with the New American Times newspapers. And we started publishing February of this year, 2012.
Thanks. I was going to ask you when did you start publishing that, but yeah, you get there ahead of me. That's good. Yeah, we're going to be asking you a lot, of course, during your time here with us. But in the meantime, I just want to go to some music from the continent of Africa.
It was one of the questions I was just going to ask you. I mean, how are you so much involved in all this and you get time to spend with your kids?
A good question.
Do you want me to answer that?
Of course, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm the kind of person, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of very involved in African community, very involved in, immigrant community, and then the general public. I am the kind of person that, I can do with, meeting people and being among people, and also the passion to, help my people is it's like, it's not an addiction, but it's close to that, because I want to be out there, and any help I can give to my people, I'm ready to give that to my people and every other group, every other group. In Africa, our culture, women, we're supposed to be at home, making sure that we feed our baby, our children, and also we feed our husbands, The only thing is that you have to know how to manage your time, to be a mom and to be a wife, and also to serve the people. I am blessed with a husband who is very understanding, a husband who wants to help me realize my potential. My husband knows that I'm very passionate, about being out there and helping out in any way, small way that I can, to change lives, to make a difference in the lives of people. So I'm very proud of my husband, and we kind of try to help each other balance, and with the children, our children is number one priority. We have to make money to feed them. We have to be there, follow them around to make sure that they are engaged in school activities. We don't play with our children. Our children,
I think there's a very wonderful message to a lot of mothers out there, because in the community that we're living in, there's a lot of single mothers out there, especially. They don't have the opportunity of a husband or a man helping them out raising the children. So it's a wonderful advice in the sense that no matter how difficult things are, no matter how many things you got to do, you can still plan and manage your time, and it's going to be tough, but you can get there.
And one thing is, the culture here and culture in Africa, there are two different things, and I'm outside there in the community helping, making a difference, and at the same time, I have to remember where I come from. You don't want anything that will, prevent you from your responsibility as an African woman. Sometimes people don't understand that no matter what you are, you're still under your husband. Your husband is, the respect is there, okay? And when you start overdoing things and you don't pay attention to your children, you don't pay attention to your home, things will begin to go wrong. American culture is different from where we come from. There's a lot going on here. It's very stressful here. Back home in Africa, you can have maids. You can have a driver, you can have a steward, you can have, the list goes on, go on and on. But
yes, I'm not going to cut you off, Ms. Nonye. I guess we're eating all the soup of the fufu, so we don't want to dip the fufu into water later.
Yeah, let's leave some soup in there, in the fufu. Yeah. And of course, like I said, we're going to go with some music, and when we come back, we're going to continue talking with Miss Nonye. I think I pronounce her name better than you.
I guess so.
I'll score you guys later.
Okay, no problem. All right, let's go with this one, and this is Prince Nico Mbarga's version. Tilda's version of Prince Nico Mbarga's Sweet Mother.
Sweet mother, I don't forget you for the suffer where you suffer for me. Sweet mother, I don't forget you for the suffer where you suffer for me.
Yes, good afternoon once again, and welcome to the African Injection Show, coming to you from WFSK Radio here in the campus of Fisk University.